Hello everybody, welcome back to it, and as you can see in front of me, the poll has concluded, meaning Pirates of the Caribbean will be my review series. So we're going to begin, appropriately enough, at the beginning, with The Curse of the Black Pearl. Alright, so this movie is a lot of fun. I would highly recommend this if you just want a fun movie. This is a great start to the series. Johnny Depp is giving a fantastic performance straight away as Jack Sparrow. And you know what? Even if the rest of the movie wasn't good, it's still worth watching for Jack Sparrow. It is arguably one of my favorite movie characters, at least of the 2000s. You know what? Maybe in general, because Jack Sparrow is a lot of fun to just watch. You know, particularly just when he's saying something. You know, one moment is, his famous, "Why is the rum gone?" scene, which, here's what I'm going to say. I would have made one change to the ending of this movie. When he says, "Will, nice hat," I would have had him say, "Will, hide your rum." I feel like that would have been a funnier, more Jack Sparrow-like thing to do, is to just have him say to Will, "Hide your rum." I feel like that would have been funny. But, I mean, the rest of the movie is fantastic. You've got a lot of solid jokes. Okay, I do want to say this. My only negative is about the first 8 minutes or so. Basically, everything that happens before Jack Sparrow shows up. Everything before Jack Sparrow... before Jack Sparrow shows up, I'm not the biggest fan of. But once Jack Sparrow shows up, then that's where this movie gets really good. So basically, you gotta wait until almost 9 minutes in for this movie to get really good. But, I mean, you do get about 2 hours of a fantastic movie after that. So, you can have a bunch of characters with great motivations. You know, Jack, he wants the Pearl back. It's his ship. It was taken from him. Simple goal. Barbossa, the villain of the movie, he kind of wants to be defeated because they're trying to defeat him, but yet Barbossa is cursed along with the crew of the Black Pearl. The titular curse. So they're trying to lift the curse, which is actually a really good plan because they don't want to be cursed anymore. They want to just exist because they're basically they're in a horrible condition, because, to quote Barbossa, whatever they drink would not quench their thirst, and their food would turn to ash in their mouths. They're not living life, they're just there. And so that's what they want. Right, and then Will Turner wants to rescue Elizabeth Swann. Pretty simple goals all around, but it's character interactions and some fantastic action scenes that make this movie fantastic. Just starting off with any character interaction that Jack Sparrow has, absolutely incredible, even if it's only 3 lines. Seriously, he is littered with funny moments, and also a couple of insightful words of wisdom, particularly his line, "Not all treasure is silver and gold." It's an interesting line. But yeah, you really don't know whose side he's on. Is he on his side? He's definitely not on Barbossa's side, you think, but I mean, he does make that deal with Barbossa. And then, is he working for the British? It kind of goes back and forth. Basically, all of Jack's interests are in Jack's interests. The alliances he makes are in his interest. But, interestingly enough, we do not find out how the compass works in this movie. That's a detail I'd forgotten. I forgot because I remembered that it was revealed And I now remember it's in Dead Man's chest when we find out how the compass works. We're just sort of given the compass in this movie as sort of this weird item that Jack has. But we don't find out what it actually is until the next movie. The action in this movie is really good. Can I just say this? The British characters in this movie, and kind of all of them really, are jerks, right? Because Jack Sparrow saved Elizabeth's life. They find out he's a pirate, ignore the fact that he saved Elizabeth's life, and are like, yeah, shoot him. Really? Not we'll give you, 3-hour head start. Which they do at the end of the movie. They give him a day's head start before they start chasing him again. They literally give him a day to start running at the end of the movie. But yet, after he saves Elizabeth's life for the first time, they're just thinking, shoot him? That kind of frustrates me a little bit. But I mean, this cast is just... they're all funny. They are. I mean, Jack Sparrow, obviously, comedic highlight of the movie. But then you've also got Ragetti, the guy with the wooden eye, and his buddy. They're pretty funny. I mean, Barbossa doesn't have a lot of humor sometimes, but I mean, all of the rest of the cast is pretty funny. Particularly Governor Swan, who is, I think, the best supporting character in this movie. Jack Sparrow is obviously the best, but Governor Swan, probably my second favorite of this movie, apart from Gibbs, because he's just really funny. There's this one part where, near the end of the movie, where he's fighting a severed hand. And once the fight is over, he checks and looks like he's going to puke after he sees the hand in the cabinet. And he goes out there celebrating like he did something. When all he did was hide in that room the whole time. But, I mean, Gibbs, moving on to another character, is really good as well. Really funny. Just honestly probably the second best character of the series, only behind Jack Sparrow. So I do like how this one leaves it open for, future adventures for Jack. They don't exactly tell you what the next one is going to be. Also, what point is there? I might have missed something here. What point is there in the monkey, showing the monkey getting one of the pieces of Aztec gold? And here's a question. The monkey was cursed anyway. Does that mean that they had to cut the monkey? Honestly, I have so many questions about this Aztec gold, right? Because Barbossa specifically calls out the chest as being cursed, right? The chest and the 882 pieces of Aztec gold within are cursed. So, is the rest of it cursed? I am confused about that. Because, I mean, on the one hand, you would think the entire treasure is cursed. But we literally see Jack draped in jewels and a literal crown from this treasure and no repercussions. So I guess it literally is just the chest. So does that mean the rest of the treasure is just stuff that Barbossa and his crew had collected in 10 years? Is that it? Honestly, that part is the one thing that confuses me about this is, so is it just the chest that's cursed? Because honestly, it seems like the answer is yes, it is just the chest. But then why why do they return all the rest of it? Are they just being cautious? If all of that stuff was initially there, is Barbossa's crew just being cautious, thinking, well, what if it doesn't work if it's all just this? So, honestly, my opinion is that stuff, other stuff in the cave, is either A, not cursed, or B, is stuff that Barbossa's crew took in the first place. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I really did like this movie. It is a fantastic start to one of my favorite movie franchises. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it an 8.5. It would be a 9, but those opening few minutes are really slow. So there you have it. That is my review of Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.